Howdy y'all, Twitchonium here. Today I'm coming at y'all with a return to the March of the Machine quick draft. Had some trouble with the actual drafting portion here today, and the file got corrupted, so missing out on the actual draft, but I figured we'd take a couple of minutes to go over the picks here and take a look at how the deck looks. So, some of the reasons we got pushed into these colors, we've got the Hoarding Broodlord, which is just a super bomb in black. We didn't really get there in the black, but after picking the Broodlord, we got a bunch of strong red cards. I think we took like Stoke the Flames into... I can't remember what the next pick was. Maybe it was the Phoenix, actually. Yeah. So we ended up getting a... and then the Spell Spear, yeah, that's what it was. So we ended up taking the black, getting a bunch of red cards in a row, and then kind of pivoting back into the black after we couldn't settle on our second color. So we did end up with some powerful stuff, though. We've got Ayara, we've got the Broodlord, we've got another big flyer, we've got a fair amount of removal, Vanquish the Weaks, Render Inert for our invasions. I think we've got 2 or 3. Yep. So not a crazy deck, but it's got a lot of the pieces that you want from these colors. So hopefully we can make some cool stuff happen. I'm gonna put the Broodlord, I think, as our deck box there, and I will see y'all in the matches. Here we are in round number 1. We are on the draw, and I don't know if we can keep this. I mean, we can play the Phoenix into the Heel Slasher. I guess actually we can use the Mauler to get our black, so yeah, I will go ahead and keep this. I forgot about the cycling on the Mauler. Yeah, we'll just stick to our red for now. Ended up drawing into our swamp. Alright, Awakening. That's going to be a great target for our Render Inert. Which, I guess since this is a sorcery and I'm going to want to do it anyways, let's just do it now. And now we've got pretty much everything we need. Seal from Existence. Okay, I'm glad that I did that before Ayara came down. Ooh, but do we double spell 2 2-drops? Do we just drop an Ayara or do we just drop a Heel Slasher? I think Heel Slasher is better to hold on to, so let's put the 2 2-drops down. Give us a little flexibility next turn in activating whichever one we think could be better. And we'll try to hold on to some of our stronger plays for later. Well, now we can play Ayara and Spite their Lancer, which I think I like. You know what? Let's put the Heel Slasher on the bottom and take a chance. Alright, that's pretty good. Or we could flip the Prankster even. Yeah, let's do that first. Yeah, we can't hold Searing Barb up anyways. You know what? Let's just attack and then play the AR now. If they use their removal on AR, it's fine. We'll still be able to flip some powerful 2-drops over here. And hopefully they'll just play something we can kill with the Barb. Yep. Fair enough. Get our Spell Spear down here. And see if we can get it flipped over immediately before they have a chance to interact with it. Looks like they might have something. Well, now they've got to pay the ward cost, which means they'll spend their whole turn removing that 2-drop if they choose to do so. Alright. It's actually a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think that's worth it. Just make this guy unable to block. We don't kill him, so they don't get the trigger. And we can still put him down to 4. if they play another creature potentially that's smaller, we could vanquish it. Oh, just like that. Well, that's a pretty good drop from them, getting 2 bodies out of 1 like that. Oh, they're gonna swing. Oh, it has vigilance. Why does it have vigilance? Oh, because of this thing. Alright, so I think we flip this guy and then vanquish, or we flip... No, we can only flip the prankster, so may as well flip the prankster for 3. Kill the non-token one. Let's see what they've got for 2. Yeah, let's swing with this because they... I guess they don't have to block like that. Yeah, let's swing like this. Everything is lethal to their creatures this way. We should have still swung. That was wrong. Or it won't matter. Alright, that works too. Cool. Good start to the draft here. I'll see y'all in the next round. Welcome back. We're on the draw again here with a pretty sweet looking start. 2/2 drops and removal. And more removal. This one is kind of removal too. Ooh, and we get to drop that now. I like it. Get them to sack their Thallid before they can get any activation value out of it. And maybe we can get a flyer to start pinging at our invasion over there. Ooh. You know what, let's just keep playing the on-curve removal while it lines up well. Because at least right now, this is giving us both 1/1s and removing their creature. We still have more removal. That might have been an incorrect usage there, but that's alright. Well, I would rather vanquish that than spite it. But I'd rather use all my mana this turn, I think. Let's just hold up the spite. We can always flip our dude next turn. Well, if they're just going to attack with the 1, I'm okay eating 2 for now, I think. See if they play a better target for our spite, or our vanquish even. We will play our swamps first in case we top deck our Broodlord. Yeah, let's just swing at the invasion. That might be wrong instead of swinging at them, but looks like our Phoenix is getting removed either way. Fair enough. We'll do some removal of our own on their turn here. This time we will try to remove it and see what they do, since they seem to be stuck on lands. I'll do 2 just to make my first card not a full waste. This is a bit aggressive. Yikes. Alright, that is terrible for us. I was kind of banking on being able to put one of these lands from the spite onto the bottom of my deck. Yeah, now we're going to be hurting. We really need to top deck that Broodlord now. And then we could take that and, like, the... Well, look at that. I mean, Ask and ye shall receive sometimes. Probably go get Iara or our other 4/4 flyer. We'll see what our options are. I forget what other creatures we have in the deck. Oh, it can be any card. It's not just creatures. Man, that just tutor up anything is such a good effect. In that case, do we want just like straight removal maybe? We could take Regatha and blow this one up with that. I think I do like actually getting removal instead of another big flyer. Or we could get the Mauler though. You know what? Let's take the Mauler. If we can make this guy a 9 powered flyer, that could be pretty spicy if they can't deal with it here. If they immediately remove the Broodlord, I'm going to regret the Mauler a smidge. No. Good cards from the opponent. They got a nice little sacrifice suite in their deck here. Maybe do a sack on their token now just to get the card draw. Yeah, it has to be sorcery speed. They are going all in on that Rager. Alright. Ooh, well, now I am pretty glad we took the Mauler, because now instead we can Branch Burner for 11 here. A little bit sad that we sent that 1 damage at the invasion earlier instead of at them, because that would make the Broodlord lethal by itself, but with the Mauler in hand, if they can't deal with these, it's pretty GG. Well, they're going to be able to sack our Broodlord now, which is a shame. After hitting us in the face with it. No, we want our creature that way it has Menace next turn. They kind of have to sack our dude, yeah, or else they're just dead. And we're going to be 1 short of lethal. That is sad. Okay. Can't do both. Don't think we can just hold up Vanquish. We got to try and do the lethal thing here. Two swings from the Branch Burner is lethal anyways, so may as well put the counters on this guy and see if they go for it. I guess this is the wrong play, though, actually. Okay, now I feel better about it. I was going to say, if they don't block here, it means they just have removal for our Mauler, and then we would have no blockers and just die. Well, goodbye to our Mauler. And I forgot about that 1 point of lifelink damage, which looks like it is going to be relevant here. Man, that 1 attack with our 1/1 turns out to be the kicker. Man, they're going to be able to get a smack in with this Dreadship, too. Yeah, we have to block this one as double strike. Alright. Something to do 1 damage. Oh my. Okay, we gotta do these both at instant speed on their turn. That way we can convoke with our Branch Burner. during blocks. Well, they'll swing out. I guess we trade with the ship. Blow. Oh, it won't matter anyways. We should have blocked this guy. Because they can sack one of their other ones to pump it up. Oh, but they didn't. Oh, it's a sorcery only, so we're still okay. And my auto tapper didn't convoke tap because I wasn't paying attention, so I couldn't vanquish the other guy. Whoops. Well, that's what I get for relying on the system to do the things that I expected it to automatically do. Oh well. See y'all in the next round. Welcome back. We're on the draw yet again with, I think we're going to have to toss this hand back. It's far too heavily black focused to have no swamps in hand. Yikes. And this is the opposite problem. Yeah, I think we have to mulligan again. This is somewhat better. I'm going to take both of the pranksters back, I think. Because the reinforcements plus 2 lands gives us the convoke at least. Terrible start, though. Hopefully our Spell Spear can carry us here for a minute. Maybe we get to flip it next turn, then we can stoke the flames, then Rowls to pump it up. If they're able to deal with it immediately, though, that's pretty bad for us. If they do, though, hopefully they just put an enchantment or aura on it. And that way AR can still sack the creature later on. Must be nice to have all those options to think through. Yep, there's the aura I was expecting. Alright, so now I think we will... Invasion? Ditch one lane and hope we draw another. Oh, punished to the max. Yep. It's alright, I took the gamble. Yeah, let's play her. They probably have more removal, but... I mean... I just want to use my mana. Ooh, that's a pretty nice draw. Go ahead and make them sack their Thespian. Sure, they'll get value out of it, but that's alright. So I can deal 3 damage to something. Seems better than sacking this and dealing 2 damage to something. At least for right now. See, now we can get through their blocker by sacking our Spell Spear next turn, which is kind of nice. So yeah, let's do that first. Deal 2 damage to that. Alright, can't discard yet. What am I going to want to discard? Maybe Rowls. 2 1/1s isn't all that exciting now. You know what? Let's go ahead and just use this while we can, I think. Definitely going to be regretting that later, I'm sure, but we'll see. Next turn we get to do the whole discard swing with everybody thing. Ooh, and Especially if they're just going to have 2/2/2s on the board. Yeah, I think we still ditch Rells. And we'll swing one with everybody but Ayara. That way we can sack in response if we need to. If they double block this one, that's totally fine. I'll let that through. Yeah, that's all good with me. Next turn we can ditch another one of our 2-drops to do the Flame Right thing again. Assuming they don't remove it here. I mean, they spent last turn playing a Burgeoning for ramp, so I'm guessing they don't have great removal options. A Vorinclex, okay. That is worth Shatter the Sourcing, I think. Hopefully we'll just draw a land. Oh, another Shatter the Source is okay too. And this turn we will just swing with both. Can Shatter again next turn for another 6 damage if we need to. Or we can double spell our 2-drops. Or ditch one to the Flame Right. We have all the options right now. I'm not sure about y'all, but this little pet might be my least favorite one, with that little scratching noise it does all the time. Tick, 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 tick. And let's see what kind of shenanigans they've got for us here. Ah, some stabilization. Fair enough. Will they play something that can attack it? Aha. If I do this, I'm swinging with 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, it's not enough either way yet to do the swinging, so... I think we're supposed to Shatter the Source one more time here. And get in for another 6. That makes a discard to Flame Right next turn a better chance at lethal, I think. Or a Searing Barb into if they only play one creature, we can at least shut down blocks with that. Alright, they're gonna fight our dude, our Flame Right, I'm guessing. They might do Ayara, which I'd be okay with. She does still threaten to flip. Yep, that's the scarier one though. Alright, so I can bring back my Spell Spear. If I flip Ayara, then I'm swinging for 2, 3, 4 this turn, trading Ayara into the Guardian. If I use this, I'm hitting for 5, making a 1/1 and getting another creature on the board. Yeah, I think I like this better. That way, Ayara sacrificing the agent is also lethal in and of itself next turn if they can't gain life here. Or get rid of Ayara. And it just gives us more creatures on the board to sneak through those extra couple of points. But white-green has some really nasty stuff they could pull out here for this much mana. Thankfully, a burgeoning is not it yet. Invasion bounces our Ayara, probably, which that's bad. But on board, we still have lethal unless they can drop one more creature. I mean, let's swing with all them all and see what they've got. I guess they would have conceded if they didn't have a way to save themselves here, so. Probably the +1 and lifelink trick. Oh. Or not. Interesting. Works for me, though. Take another win. I'll see y'all in the next round. Welcome back. We are on the draw yet again, and this time it's looking a little better. We can hopefully turn 2 Asgul into turn 3, flip it with Render Inert, which seems pretty sweet. If we're going to be on the draw, being able to make them sack their first creature is a decent way to start. Ooh. Or do we Mercadia first now? I guess it depends on if they play a good creature here. Well, they did not, so we will go ahead and start with Invasion here. I think I'm going to ditch the land since we only need one more to make our whole hand work, and hopefully we can hit one with this. Hey, there we go. Yeah. Whole hand's turned on. We get to flip the Mercadia next turn instead of the Asgul, which I think is going to be better if we can start discarding to that. Amonkhet is a nasty card, but we will get rid of our Rals, I think. And they're taking it nice and slow. We have 2 Vanquishes, so we'll probably have to use one on their token. They'll get 1 swing in because I don't want to trade my Flameright into it. Let's see if they've got a way to give this 4. Sure. They can make a preening champion, I guess. Does put both creatures out of my Vanquish the Weak range, which is pretty bad. Yeah. I'm gonna Asgul here still, I think, but maybe I should have just played that earlier. At least I'll have to get rid of one of their 0-1s or 1-1s. But we're going to need to find one of our bigger removal spells for this Preening Champion. Oh my. Okay, well we've lost this round. This is... Archpriest is one of the best black rares, and Invasion is just a busted card, as we know, from the last March of the Machine drafts. Yeah, it's just rough. Making us discard. Man, I've missed this black and blue. Just being on that side of it, at least. Can't wait to draft that deck again. Oh, sure, sure. Because they can get that back with the Archpriest. Archpriest plus the Mauler is just such a good combo. If you can cycle this on turn 2 and then play this a turn early, like with some ramp or something, even nastier. Yeah, I mean, I'm supposed to block this with this guy, but I'm not gonna. Because then their Archpriest is free to get in. But yeah, that'll do it. Let's discard our Vanquish to make some dudes. Because why not? Yikes. Well, we had a pretty good start that game, I thought, but the invasion into the priest, just super good combo from the opponent there. Kudos to them. See y'all in the next round. Here we are back, and we are finally on the play, but we're going to have to mulligan this one. We can't play pretty much anything in our hand. Wow. For a two-color deck that is not skimping on lands, I feel like we have had some unfortunate mulligans here. I gotta do it again. Yikes, this is still not great, but it's better. And I think we ditched the Searing Barb and maybe even the Iara? No, let's get rid of the Vanquish. Oh, this is such a bad start. Having to mulligan twice is just rough. We really need to top deck a swamp. That is not a swamp. We'll see if they make this trade. Cool. I can't afford to ditch these. Maybe I'm supposed to ditch the agent in that case, but yeah. Of course they do. Why wouldn't you expect them to have a flash flying 2/3 rare creature in hand? Now I wish I wouldn't have tossed the Vanquish the Weak, but you know, you never know when they're going to play Errant and Giada on turn 3. Hopefully this isn't the build around in their deck. There's not that many flash things. Yikes, still no lands. We're going to start taking 5 a turn. Yep. Come on, land. Well, that at least lets us pop the Slinger so that it can't keep tapping down our blockers every turn. They've got protection for it, of course they do. Why wouldn't they have the +1 indestructible thing? Or just aerial boost. Okay. Sure. Yep. So we're gonna lose to the card. Please don't put this card in your decks, Halo Hopper. Like, we shouldn't be losing to a deck that has Halo Hoppers, but you know, sometimes you have to mulligan down and you don't draw your lands, and sometimes that's how it do be. They have another protection spell. No, but it doesn't matter. Oops. Let's just concede, and yeah, rough one there. I mean, having to mulligan 2 to start with, yeah, we're gonna give that a big old frowny face. This is just frustrating when you know, aren't skimping on your lands and you're only running 2 colors. You're not trying to get splashy. Like, sure, we had some rough casting costs with all these double pipped things, but that wasn't our issue there. It was the just lack of lands in general. So we'll take another last look here. We got the Broodlord, which the one time we drew it and cast it, extremely powerful draw. Mauler did some good stuff. Shadow the Source is always great. Stoke the Flames too, but we didn't get to draw it much. Heel Slasher is one that I would have liked to replace for sure. Same with Render Inert, but I did like the combo with the invasions, the 2-drop invasions into the 3-drop Render Inert. Pretty sweet. Ayara did some good work. Kenra, Spellspear, great. I mean, really, I think the deck was pretty solid. We just had a couple of unfortunate plays. We had some, you know, some solid match losses that just like that blue-black deck we came across that just had a really strong deck and hit their cards on the right turns. So overall, can't complain too much about this one. Was able to get a couple of good wins out, and yeah, solid stuff. Appreciate y'all coming along on this ride with me here today, though, and I will see y'all in the next video. Take care, everyone.